Hey everybody, I was asked the other day, how do you know if you're doing a good job at Uber? Like, if you're delivering, how do you know if you had a good night or not? I personally think that the amount of money you make isn't necessarily the indicator on whether you had a good night. For me, especially if you're doing Uber Eats versus your normal Uber, when your people deliveries, for me, I live in a commuter city, so everything's kind of spread out a little bit, and my car gets 30 plus miles to the gallon. So I gauge good night. One, if I stay busy the whole time and there's no lulls, but I'm looking at the end of the night to make sure that I made more money than miles I drove. So if I'm making at least $1 a mile, I consider that a pretty good night. Obviously, tips really help that. And some nights are really great for tips, and some nights are awful. I'll reiterate that you should try not to get, too discouraged if you don't have a lot of tips in one evening, because sometimes they do show up several days, maybe even a week or more later, and it really is whatever that the customer goes in and does all that in the app, as far as hopefully they give you 5 stars, and they will give you a tip at that point. But that's how I gauge it. So I'm looking for $1 a mile and to stay constantly busy. And if so, then I'm averaging 20 plus bucks an hour, which isn't terrible. It's unskilled labor. You can work your own hours, and it's not bad. Hopefully at that point you're not getting lost and driving around apartment complexes and stuff like that. So anyway, that's my gauge. I don't know how you guys gauge it. 20 bucks an hour ish more is what I'm looking to earn every night, or every time I go out. And that's it. I'm just curious what everybody else is looking at. Are you just looking at the dollar amount? Are you doing the dollar amount versus the hours that you spend? I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna keep on going and see how it works. As always, thanks for watching, and please like, subscribe, and comment. Thanks so much. Bye bye.